Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us back here at Lynx's channel. We're sitting here once again with Mike. We want to dive into the latest and greatest press release. But first off, Mike, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. I mean, the summer is over, and everybody is kind of hopefully getting back to business and ramping up for the new year. So absolutely.
Agreed. We're heading into fall, and the things you've been doing have been falling into place lately, which is good to see. So, your guys' latest press release is you guys completed the first phase of your acquisitions ahead of schedule. So, tell me, Mike, how far ahead of schedule were you here, and what acquisitions were you referring to?
Yeah, well, the plan was when we started off in January, we had a series of assets that we were interested in to build a foundation for the business. Mostly all of these were overseas, Philippines, Australia, Singapore, and we wanted to get this foundation underway. So, acquisitions aren't easy things, especially in today's kind of COVID world. So we targeted that the objective was to get them done in the first first 6 months, the first quarters that were there. That actually we got ahead of schedule. We kind of closed them off in the middle of the month or towards the end of before July 31. So we're quite happy about that. It wasn't without its challenges, but everybody really worked hard to kind of get this through, and everybody sees the vision. And I think that's kind of really the exciting thing about what we're doing is we have a strong group of partners across the region, all have expertise in what they've been doing for a long time, and everybody has the single vision. So that was quite exciting. What we're doing this quarter is we're taking all the companies that we've got and essentially saying, okay, now let's add our value proposition to all of our partners is that we come in and we're going to add additional revenue streams, additional payment services, additional markets, and have international companies that come into them. So by having this platform, this infrastructure that we've created, and the technology that we're going to build on top of that, anybody in the world can basically come to our market in the region right now, Southeast Asia, and plug in and provide their services. The financial services, the fintech world is moving so fast, and so many great and exciting things are happening that businesses want to spend time working on their value proposition, the services they want to deliver to the customer base. What we have access to them is a large customer base, and we have that infrastructure that allows them to do that. So everybody can kind of come to us, plug in, and address the market. And that's really kind of where we're going with the technology. Plug in, execute your business, any payment method, in or out, simple. That's our focus. So we've seen a lot of exciting things on that part. Going forward into the new year, our fiscal year ends October 31. So we plan to have basically most of our revenue streams up and running, working with the different groups. The next fiscal year is really about aggressively growing the revenue.
Wonderful. Yeah, Mike, it sounds like you guys have did a pretty good job of building the foundation at this point. And we're really going to get to see things take off and run starting in the new fiscal year. So is there anything else you want to tease? Anything else you want to add before we go today?
Yeah, well, I think the really exciting thing for us is what's happening in the market. I mean, if you look at Southeast Asia, it's a market of 700 million people. That's the same as all of Latin America. And it's a very fast digitizing market. So what we're seeing in the COVID world right now, especially in the Philippines, where we have people on the ground, we have 2,200 locations, is that you need to have this exciting ability for people to come and go to a physical place, convert their transaction into a digital transaction, and then participate in what's happening. And certainly, the severity of how we're addressing COVID, the need for it, how it's affecting people's lives, they need to look at different ways of interacting, different business models, different ways of taking their regular business. And we see it here as well. In these markets, it's just as much. But what it's doing is it's taking an economy that was basically 70, 80% cash, and it's turning into digital. People who didn't have bank accounts, people who really weren't participating. Now they're actually becoming part of a digital connected economy. And what we're seeing in the next 5 or 10 years is a tremendous amount of economic growth. And you're seeing this with other big businesses around in the industry. So that's what we're excited about. We're excited about creating the platform, the foundation that allows this market to grow aggressively, connecting people, financial services, new products. And that's the vision that we have over the next few years.
Wonderful. Yeah, I would say that recent events have been a large catalyst or accelerator towards pushing people towards digitized markets and digitized money. So I think that Lynx is playing perfectly into that right now. So Mike, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you everybody for watching. If you have any questions or anything, let us know and we'll happily dive into them. But until then, stay tuned and we'll dive into the next big one as soon as it comes along. Mike, thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you very much.